Oh, boom, 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 boom. Look at that. Turn 4 pressure. 2-3 Bloodletter. Brum. 3-3 Mighty Poro. And we have Vlad on attack 5. Oh my god. It's so good. Hey, what's up? I've got some more lore content for you guys. I've got another deck that I want to cover for this expansion, and that is the newly supported Vlad Scargrounds deck. This deck aims to play for the mid game, setting up early units and Scargrounds to create a lot of defensive and offensive pressure later on. It's got a ton of combat tricks at its disposal that will leave the opponents guessing. Even one combat going well in this deck's favor can create a snowball effect that will run over the game. I want to run through my card choices, explain why they're in the deck, and give you the knowledge to pilot the deck yourself. The code for the deck will be in the description below, along with the Mobalytics link. Before I get into the deck profile, if you're new, please consider hitting the subscribe button to stay up to date with my content. I also stream on Twitch often, so check me out over there if you're looking for live gameplay, and also consider visiting my Patreon for additional benefits. With that, I hope you enjoyed this deck profile. Alright, for game 1 we have the Yordle, Menaces, Teemo, and Norra. We're on double Scargrounds, we never need two, we just want to hit one of these, so we're going to go ahead and pitch that, keep Scargrounds and our 1-drop cards. We're on double Reaver. That's actually not too bad, especially with our Crimson Pigeon in play. So let's go ahead and do... I guess we'll see. Nothing. Alright, we'll do Crimson Pigeon on 1. Which is A-okay. Then we'll do Unscarred Reaver, which is a really strong turn 1 into turn 2.
I've got these.
We'll swing with both, making this a 3-3 and also a 3-2. Really, really strong attack pressure. Yeah, let's go ahead and swing with both. We'll trade into the Junk Construct, which is fine. Bonk, bonk. Then we'll go ahead and do another Unscarred Reaver. Set up Scargrounds on defense 3, and then we can open attack 4, or we can play something else, like maybe Braum, if we draw into it, and be pretty happy overall. We're in a pretty strong spot. Scargrounds. Keymaker, swings, yep. We can do something really tricky this turn too. We can do Crimson Bloodletter into Ice Shard. Oh, or we can just Braum. Let's see, double portals? I really like Crimson Bloodletter into Ice Shard. I think that's so strong here. Because we'll be threatening 2 units with our spell that also has synergy with our board while we have Scargrounds up, right? It just puts us in a really strong position. We do have to be mindful that this is Ionia, so they could have Deny or Notify. Oh, interesting. Recall a unit or landmark. If it has any attachments, destroy them first. We get our value. Yeah, yep. This is basically over, I think. Since we have a response to this recall, we're going to be so far ahead. And then we have Braum on 5 to hit our Bloodletter. This should just be over. Yep. Easy as that. We basically just run away with the game and win on our next attack turn anyways. Surrender just speeds up the process. Alright, for game 2 we got the infamous Seraphine as Victor, Bandle City. Fun stuff. Very fun. So we're going to pitch this and Curator. We can play Reaver on 1, Wander on 2, have 3 mana for Stance Swap. Ooh, Crimson Pigeon on 1. That's also good. Pigeon can't get dealt with on turn 1, so they'd have to like have Mystic Shots or High Note for turn 2 and kill it. That's pretty chill. Ooh, Bloodletter's also good here if you think about it. Next time you summon another ally, deal 1 to it, grant me 1/1. Let's do that. When we hit the Unscarred Reaver, and this thing will be a 2-3. Since I don't see Braum in hand, I actually think oh, no Scargrounds either. Since I don't see Scargrounds or Braum in hand, I'm down to just start putting out pressure, like, as soon as I can. Try to aggro with our 1-drops. Ooh, there's our Scargrounds. Interesting, so we can get Suck Pigeon to proc Scargrounds on something.
What wondrous discoveries await below?
Eh. Then we'll play the Pigeon. Give me the Pigeon. And we'll do first action Scargrounds. So they could be on Piltover Tailstones into Aftershock and kill my Scargrounds, but that takes up their whole turn. And if they're not on that, they're in trouble. Also, as soon as I get combat tricks like Transfusion and Troll Chant, their removal's not very good, because all of a sudden we can just like buff our HP and then they're helping us. That's why Scargrounds is so good. I usually have to have the combat tricks in hand to support it, but like if we do, it's so strong for us. Get excited, Pigeon. Control just created that. We can also check what Control just... Oh, what it discarded. Discarded a Pokey Stick. Yep. Exactly what I'm talking about. They're just going to take the 2 damage. Alright. Vulpine Wanderer. Yeah. Troll Chant. Perfect. We'll do Vulpine and Troll. Or like Float for Troll. The next turn we're going into 5 floating 2, so we have 7 total mana to work with. Impact. Cute. I don't think he's going to attack though. You can never attack into Troll Chant. Yeah. Cool. Another Scargrounds? It's pretty mid. Let's just go in Curator.
Everyone bleeds for the right price.
Curator, and then we will probably do a Ram stance here. Ram the 2/2. Make sure everything else gets tough. That'll also give us another Crimson unit to play with. If it's Pigeon or a Bloodletter, we could actually play it that turn too.
Look, a thing.
Elf, that's not ours.
Hit my second Scargrounds. Completely fine. Ice Shard, stance swap. Yeah, let's do the stance. We can ram the 2/2. Hit all that. Yep. Come on, give me Pigeon from Crimson Curator. That would just make my day. Aristocrat. It's not terrible since I can play that with my other Curator, and we just keep this, like, generator going. Crimson Curator can be such a bastard for the opponent to deal with because he's just a reoccurring generator. He can also target himself, right? Create a random Crimson unit? I think so. Yeah, this is fine. Challenger. Alright.
I'll prove myself to the War Mother.
We can swing with everything. If they value trade Victor to Vulpine Wander, perfectly fine. We have Ice Shard.
Kill me.
Yeah. This is about to be very unbalanced very quickly. Another Troll Chant. Yeah, I'd like to do like Ice Shard Aristocrat this turn, I think. Aristocrat first, maybe. I have to be careful because they could prank my Ice Shard, and I definitely want to play Ice Shard. So I have to consider the +2 cost. Therefore, I cannot play Crimson Curator because then Ice Shard would go up to 5, and I don't have enough mana to do both. I do have enough mana to do Aristocrat plus Pranked Shard, so we're going to go that route. Okay.
It's just blood, darling.
Crimson Pigeon, that's cool. Ah, they're gonna level the Victor. Okay. Even if he's leveled, I can still kill him, no matter who he tries to grab, because I have double Troll Chant in hand. So Ice Shard no longer the play, we'll just use that as our aggressive finish, right? Ice Shard innately is not defensive in this deck, we can actually use it aggressively for really big damage pushes. Okay, we'll just do one Troll Chant to bait this. Troll Chant here, here. That's all we have to do because we have tough. Skip block. And then they have to play some of their cards, at least 2 of them, to level the Victor now. Alright, Sharp Sight. That's pretty satisfactory for them, so we're going to do Troll Chant again. Now, even if they level Victor, it's not enough. Yep, GG. And then we'll just win on next open. Alright, for game 3, we got another Seraphine deck. She is the hotness. Very strong character, so that makes sense. We're going to go ahead and keep Bloodletter, Scargrounds, and Troll Chant. The main reason is because one of my favorite hands, and it'd be so cool if it plays out, is Bloodletter, then Float turn 2, then play Scargrounds on 3, and then play Braum on 4, getting hit by the Bloodletter, getting procced by Scargrounds, and then I have 2 mana like in my hand. Oh, it's so nice. It's the perfect curve, I would call it. Come on. Show me the Braum by turn 4. We have a few chances to draw him. If not, that's pretty chill too. We can just play Bloodletter here. Regardless, I think I'm floating 2 for Troll Chant. I'm not playing Pigeon. Acecorn. Really interesting. Alright. Acecorn can hit some of their higher end cards. They're not running Champion Strength since they're not in Demacia. So that is okay. I note. Sure. We're just going to go ahead and do our Troll Chant then. This is doubly effective this turn because Acecorn will no longer Nexus Strike and reduce the cost because he's at 0 now. And they gave us a Vlad level up point, so pretty nice proactive Troll Chant as a response to that thingy. That's fine. Nice. We did it, guys. We didn't get the perfect, like, oh, we're on 2, but hey, this is still good. This is still really good. Let's go ahead and open attack. No. It's just Scargrounds. We don't need to get dizzy. I don't want to open attack. Pass. Sounds good. Then we will Braum. Oh, and then we have Vladimir. It's perfect. This is the exact hand I wanted. Now, don't kill my unit on first action. Don't do it. Let me Braum. Let's go. I'm so happy. I said during the mulligan that this is what I wanted, and I got it. Watch this. Oh, boom. 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 Look at that. Turn 4 pressure. 2-3 Bloodletter. Braum. 3-3 Mighty Poro. And we have Vlad on attack 5, or we can do Crimson Pigeon plus hold combat trick. Oh my god. It's so good.
It is easy, see?
Yeah, I'm kind of down to Tarkaz. I think Tarkaz is insanely good for us. It's either that or, again, Pigeon and Transfusion. Now let's Tarkaz. Because Tarkaz doesn't die to Thermo Beam. Vlad does. He'd live with 1 through Thermo. And, yeah, the only thing they can do now is Concussive Palm or something like that. Will of Ionia, you know, recalls. But since they're not on that, let's go ahead and do this, that. Grab this, make sure it dies to the Tarkaz. And we're going to push massive damage. This is basically an Ice Shard for us on a unit. Boom. Minus 13. Even if they deny it, Braum's still going to kill the Acecorn. Yeah, Homecoming. Okay, makes sense. Do we still get the proc? We do. That's pretty worth for us. Because now we have the AoE Scargrounds effect. And Braum's at 2 attack now. And his awesome Santa skin. Look at this. Happy holidays for sure. Holy moly. It's just too insane. Now we'll play Crimson Pigeon, Vladimir, and then open. Crimson Pigeon. Vladimir's leveled. Back alley bar. That's chill.
Kneel before me.
Kneel before Vlad, baby. Let's go.
I've dressed for the occasion.
Yeah, we're gonna get a big suck from his passive, and we're just going to kill them. Let's go. Our attacks are so good. Alright, so for the deck rundown, we have a pretty balanced mana curve. A lot of good 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, even a couple 6-cost cards. That way we can play a balanced strategy. So starting off with the 1-cost cards, we have Crimson Bloodletter, one of the strongest additions to the deck over the past year or so. Really, really good support card. Helps you proc Braum on 4. Also, as Scargrounds developed, it's just nice early game unit. You can open multiple Bloodletters, get pressure in, get Vladimir level up points, and, you know, just have a nice, strong early game unit. Next we have Crimson Pigeon, the most recent support card for the Crimson package. This card is absolutely bonkers. Of course, people are taking this and playing it in aggro decks as well, like Pirates. I've seen Jin Annie, I've seen Red Gwen take on triple Crimson Pigeon in order to, you know, put in a lot of attack pressure in the first couple turns and just play a super aggressive playstyle. So this card is definitely good at that. And it also helps ramp our Vladimir. It also helps ramp our Braum if Scargrounds is out. So there's even more synergy and reason to play this card in this particular deck. Next we have triple Unscarred Reaver to round out our 1-drops. Unscarred Reaver is very good on defense, especially when considering that it can block Annie on turn 1 and actually kill the Annie. So yeah, pretty cool. We can also combo with Troll Chant, Transfusion, get really good defensive or aggressive plays in, super solid. Next we have Vulpine Wanderer. This does like 2 things for us. The main 2 cards we're trying to play with our stance is Wild Claw for Overwhelm to give us a nice win con. You know, put this on Vladimir, put this on a really big unit that has ton of attack from Scargrounds, super good there. Or just give us AoE Scargrounds value. This can deal 1 to the opponent's minions and whittle their board, or it can be super synergistic for us if we have Scargrounds developed. Just nice big AoE buff all around. Super nice flexible card, and it's a body itself, so we can use it against aggro and just be super happy with it. Next we have triple Crimson Curator. Now this is a resource fetcher. Whenever he takes damage, we get a Crimson unit. Most of them are super good. All of them have a place to be played in the deck with Synergy and with Vladimir and stuff like that. So just a really solid card overall. Next we run triple Ice Shard, which is a fast speed ram stance, so we can use this during combat. Again, on defense or offense, really scary either way. As long as it, resolves and goes our way, we can get a lot of value from this card. Next we have 2 Reveler's Feast, another support card just added in the recent patch. So deal 2 to an ally to give allies to 0 this round. We can use this as a burst speed finish. If something gets blocked, we can just like deal 2 to it, even if it kills it, and then just give 2-0 to everything else. Or if we're not killing it and it's a tough unit with Scargrounds, we're getting extra attack there. We can be pushing Overwhelm. We can be doing a lot of stuff. It's just a really strong card overall. Vladimir loves this because you can use this at burst speed to level him, and then get his attack call off will be the enhanced one with the drain. So it can kind of get out of control depending on the game state and how far ahead you are when you use this. This is basically a win more card, and it helps the snowball aspect of the deck keep on rolling. Next we have triple Scargrounds, the card that makes this deck function. When an ally survives damage, grant it 1-0 and tough. This keeps ramping. If the unit keeps taking damage, it keeps gaining +1. This is obviously really good with Braum. It's really good with all the Crimson units. Basically keeps the deck afloat. Next we have Whispered Words, nice little draw, 4 mana draw 2. We can Reputation this and make it draw 2 for 2 mana easily. So it's just a little bit of a cycle card. Next we have 2 Tarkaz, really big unit, has insane synergy with the rest of the deck, can also hit the opponent's units for 1, pretty nice overall. Triple Vladimir, of course. Triple Braum, which I skipped over. Braum is insane. We're running the Santa skin for him because it is the holidays. So Braum comes down, and if he takes any amount of damage, you get a Mighty Poro. You can play cards with this and make it an Overwhelm win con. Really scary stuff. Braum doesn't level all the time in this deck because once he's tough, he actually takes less damage, which gives him less level up points, but that's not so important. We don't really need him leveled. What we need is just him to be at like 2 to 3 attack and challenging things with regen to keep the board pressure. That's basically what he's in here for. Vladimir is one of our win cons. We get him big. We have a big wide attacking board that all deal like extra damage when they're hit by his passive, his attack call, and it's just good stuff all around. He's fearsome, he's regen, so it's really hard for the opponent to deal with. Next we have 2 Scar Mother Vrina, which is an Overwhelm win con. When I survive damage, grant me 3-0. This thing can get out of control so fast. Obviously like 9 Overwhelm pretty easily with just 2 ticks. And there's lots of ways to do it, so yeah, she's one of our late game, like top end win cons as well. And that's it for this one. Please like and subscribe if you thought this video was informative or entertaining. It really helps me out. I'll be making more deck profiles, guides, and gameplay highlights in the near future. Thank you so much for watching, have a good one, and happy holidays. Laters!